So there will be spoilers for the first book in the series, but not the other 5. Just the first one. Hello. So, welcome back to Tori's Audio Worm. Today, I am reviewing not just one book, but a series as a whole. And that would be this series. Cinder and Ash by X Artatali, I think is how you pronounce their name. So I've been in a reading slump for the past several months. I haven't really been able to pick up anything and read it. Well, I decided to make a small TBR for November, and I picked up the first book in the Cinder and Ash series. So this book series is said to be a MM or gay Cinderella retelling. Yes, the first book does give Cinderella-esque type vibes, but as you progress into the story with the other books, it totally shifts from Cinderella retelling to its own fantasy story. So our main character's name is Finn. You find out in the first book that he lives with his stepfather and 2 stepbrothers, who his stepfather has basically stolen out from under him his mother's estate. What I thought was cool about this story was that Finn isn't just a normal human. Finn is a fae. And in the first book, he doesn't know who he is or who his father is. He knows he has these magical powers that he uses to restore life to his family estate. I don't want to get into much detail because I'm doing this whole review as a whole of the series. But I am going to tell you about the first book. So as I said before, Finn is basically a servant, almost a slave to his stepfather and stepbrothers. I will admit, I have read a couple other Cinderella retellings, and yes, I thought Finn's stepfather was annoying as hell and deserved everything he got in the later books. But I did not have the overwhelming urge to punch / beat the crap or stab the characters with knives for the way they treated Finn. The world building for this story was just mwah. I love how we got the perspective in POV of not just our main character, Finn, but that also of the prince, or in this case, King Rohan. And that you got to see and hear his thoughts and feelings towards this young man, this young servant that he met and that protected him. So in this world, you have the Fae and the humans. But there is a wall, a magical, physical barrier separating the Fae side and the human side. And in the beginning of the book, an attempt to help his people that lives on the estate with Finn, there is not enough life around him on the human side to pull his magic to make his estate whole and well and beautiful again for the season. So he takes that magic, that energy from the other side of the wall, which then causes a spiral effect. I don't really know what else I can say without ruining the story. Okay, I can say this. Each book ends on a cliffhanger, which is why after I finished the first book, I was so intrigued and so like, I need more, that I used my Audible credits to buy the next book. And then the next book. And then the next book. And then the last 2 books in the series, the 5th and 6th book, I had asked my dad, can you please give me some of your Audible credits to buy these books? And he did. And I literally just finished the last book. Like, I honestly should be getting ready for my company Christmas party, but I just needed to express my enjoyment, excitement in these books. The characters made you fall in love with them. Even the ones who in the beginning you should despise. And just the magic of the Fae of this world and what can happen. I just love it. I definitely give I don't normally go on to not Netflix, geez, Goodreads and review books very often. And I honestly didn't like leave a review for each of the books because I literally read them back to back to back to back, which you almost need to. But if you don't, they do give you like a summary of what happened in the previous books. That I just couldn't leave a review for each book by itself. And don't worry, if you do read these books and you're not really big on the whole gay sex scenes, there really wasn't that many in this book series. 3, 4 maybe total. And they weren't graphic. They were very well written. And the 2 narrators who narrated these books, I loved. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like Scottish for like the setting or what, but when the male narrator read for the captain of the guard in this book, he did have a very like Scottish accent or Scottish brogue, and I just loved it. Those were probably some of my favorite lines in this book series because of the accent and the power that the narrator gave this character. Certain things that this character said in the book, just the way it sounded, I cracked up and just started laughing hysterically. So for like each individual book, I gave them like a 4.5 in my head. Definitely solid 4 going into 5. But as the book series as a whole, definitely 5 stars. If you're into the romance stuff, definitely get it. It's about finding love and just enjoying what you have and not letting anybody tell you how to love. And about serving in a balance, I would say. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Cinders Ashes, basically the entire book series. If you've read any of these books, leave a comment. If you're interested in reading these books, leave a comment. I will be more than happy to talk to you about them. Have a good day. Bye.